Hello and welcome to this late afternoon taste challenge. I have WD Liquors blended Scotch whiskey imported from Scotland, which makes sense. WD Winn-Dixie was founded in 1955. Don't know when WD blended Scotch came out, but could have been back to that year because I remember this my whole life. Not that I was paying close attention to it. I just remember people buying this stuff, Winn-Dixie brand liquor. Now they got a nice label with the clipper ship, pen and ink drawing. It's got this wax seal, which is not really wax, but quality guaranteed. Of course, that probably doesn't mean much because if you try to return it and say, I don't like the taste, they're probably going to say, well, is it spoiled? I mean, did it make you ill or something? You know what I mean? They're going to say, well, that's just a personal preference. We think it's wonderful. All right. It's bottled in Kentucky by the Sazerac Company. So they're handling it for Winn-Dixie stores, okay? And from what I can tell, they've always handled it. I mean, Winn-Dixie's headquartered in Jacksonville, Florida. Sazerac headquartered in New Orleans. So two southern companies, so they probably collaborate. Burley Sullivan says, you, and I'm going to say you back to you. Now, here's the competitor, 100 Pipers, blended Scotch whiskey. Now, the first time I bought this, it was $8.99 for the 750, $8.99. That was years ago. I don't even know if it's sold in my town anymore. It used to be, but it wasn't. It might still be. I don't know. I don't research it too much. I bought it. And then I bought this second amount. So I bought 750 milliliters. Then I bought 750 milliliters more. I did not need any more, but they had it at a store called Discount Depot. And they had 750 milliliters of 100 Pipers for $3.98. So, yeah, I re-upped. That is the cheapest I've ever found any Scotch, $3.98, but that's not going to happen again. But anyway, there it is, introduced in 1965. If you buy it in Europe, like I told you, when I was on that trip to England and Gibraltar and Spain and Spanish Africa, Ceuta, next to Morocco, they had this, but it was called Seagram's 100 Pipers, and it had a different bottle. And I think they had a 12-year age also. It was cheap, but it wasn't $3.98, for the Seagram's. But it's called Seagram's 100 Pipers. Okay, but here it's just called 100 Pipers. Well, it's handled by Heaven Hill now. So I guess they wanted to drop the Seagram's because it's not owned by Seagram's. Okay, let's do a screen share for a minute. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's WD Liquors for $16.99 till August 25th. I paid $17.99. I thought I was getting, they dropped it another $1. I was like, man. I want to see something about Albertsons. There's a reason I'm doing this. It's going to make sense when I'm finished. You'll see. Assuming I can get it to come up. Okay. I'm looking for a certain product, and I want to see the price point on that. Mm. Okay, here we go. 98 was Island Mist. It's really frustrating. It's going to come right up. Let's look up Scotch whiskey. It's turning out to be a problem. I've spelled it wrong. Whisky. Sorry about that. Well, this is turning out to be. Okay, finally. Finally, Highland Mist. So they got it $1 more. The last time I was there was $16.99, I think, but $99. And this is also handled by Sazerac through their Barton Imports. Barton, you probably heard of Barton Imports. This goes back to 1956. This brand introduced 1956. I assure you, this is much better than the W blended Scotch whiskey, and it's only $1. It's age stated. I know it's aged 3 years, but that's cool. But here's 100 Pipers from Chivas Brothers. Created in 1965 by Chivas Bros master blender Alan Bailey, this whiskey owes its name to the Scottish tradition of pipers leading soldiers into battle, specifically about in the 1840s Culloden. The courage of piper gives a message of genuine camaraderie and friendship, of mutual respect and admiration. You can see it's a different bottle design with a somewhat different label. Site link anymore. It used to have 100 Pipers website, but it wasn't very useful. Simple. I've seen talk of that one, but I've never bought it. Passport. Yeah. That's Passport. That's spirit drink. Passport. Flavored Passport. Okay, but anyway, Abalor. I saw Abalor in a store today. Abalor 12. Abalor 12. And it was $24.99. $24.99. Now explain that one. All right. I didn't buy it because I got too much whiskey now. But that was an amazing thing. Okay, so sorry for that little holdup. I wasn't doing it right with the Albertsons website. Just wanted to show you, though, pay $1 more, you get a way better product. All right, so 100 Pipers. Wood. First thing I smelled was oak, wood. There's an essay on the back. Heaven Hill likes to put essays on the back. The story was celebrated with the old Scottish song, The Ballad of 100 Pipers. 1745 uprising under Bonnie Prince Charlie, grandson of the last Stuart monarch. That's James II Stuart, his grandson, Bonnie Prince Charlie. Carefully selected malt and grain whiskeys are blended together to create a Scotch whiskey of outstanding quality. But yet so cheap. Distinctive, smooth, yet subtly smoky taste is appreciated by connoisseurs around the world. This fine whiskey is 3 years old. Yeah, I don't know about connoisseurs around the world, but Piper's Import Company, Bardstown, Kentucky, also known as Heaven Hill. This one is so light. It must be that they're not adding coloring, because that would cost an extra few cents. So they're not doing it. That's cool with me. Just think if the flavor was good. Okay. That should be all I need. 100 Pipers, if you want an inexpensive scotch that's pretty good, get it. If you want an inexpensive scotch that's definitely not good, get WD liquors, because I can assure you it's not good. On the other hand, it's not bad. That's why it's a C minus, 72 out of 100. That's where I'm scoring it. No, I wouldn't buy it again. No way. I'm getting some whiskey burn on the nose, alcohol burn, and some oak, but nothing else really. I'm talking about the aroma. Maybe a little sugar sweetness. Maybe more oak over here. More oak. I know Alan Bailey is not working for Chivas Brothers anymore. That was 1965. He might be 90 years old now. I don't know if he's still alive. Burley Sullivan, okay, I read that. David Simmons retracted a message, and Tom says cheers, clink in the mug. Two glasses, sorry, two rocks glass. All right, taste. There's no way that's 100 Pipers. No way, not with that caramel tasting thing. Whew. That's 100 Pipers. That is a real taste. I mean, they're both real flavors, but this one is a real decent. It's a nice product. I mean, 100 Pipers is a pretty good product. Is it amazing? No. Is it pretty nice? Yeah. I don't know what the current price is for it. I could look it up. We could see. Let's see. Like I said, I paid $8.99, and then when I repurchased, I paid $3.98. Never see that price again. David says I get a little Band-Aid peatiness with 100 Pipers is what I meant to type. Oh, I think they got an hour you can edit your messages. I think they added that feature. I know they did on Facebook. Okay. Where we used to be friends, but you unfriended me for some weird reason, but you never could get a straight explanation on that. But anyway, do what you want to do. All right. 100 Pipers. What? No results. You telling me they don't carry this? Well, what do you know? Total Wine doesn't carry it. Well, they don't carry everything. Just seems like it. Let's look at Walmart. I'm sure they have it. Well, I'm not sure. I hope they have it. Not Walmart Business. Walmart. $100 Pipers. Nah, they don't have it. It's weird. It's really weird. Who's selling it? Oh, ABC Fine Wine and Spirits in Florida. Okay, there we go. $19.99 for a handle. They're all over Florida. Pensacola, that's the closest Florida town, 3 hours away. This scotch is woody and fruity with medium intensity and a touch of peat oaky fragrance with delicate honey. This Full and fruity nose with delicate honey. You know they got that right from Chivas Brothers or the distributor. They're not writing that up. No refrigeration required. Are y'all doing the Wild Card Wednesday next? Well, we're doing we have a theme. It's not Joker's Wild. We have a theme which is, interestingly, single malt Scotch, which I have too many of those. What can I say about Winn-Dixie WD blended Scotch? I could say it doesn't taste right. It's got like paperiness, like paper. You want to drink paper? It's got like caramel. It's very off. The flavor is very off. It's definitely not what you would ever dream of for whiskey in general. Like any whiskey, you would never drink a whiskey and think it should taste like that. I know I never have. And secondly, it most certainly does not taste like Scotch whiskey, but it is. Just goes to show you, it is. It is just. It doesn't even taste like it's 40% alcohol. I mean, it tastes like it's not, like it's 20%, but it's got to be, But it's unreal. Medium body, semi-sweet finish. It's not even dry. It should be dry, like a Scotch. It's a mess. I mean, if you want to pay $16.99 just to see, you say, I got to see how this is. I can't believe it can be that bad. You're exaggerating. Oh, go ahead. Pay 16. Try to get this to adjust. Pay $16.99. I mean, you hadn't lost that much. You got a whole handle. That's the problem. You'll have a whole handle. What was the first brand of Scotch I tried? Clan McGregor. Clan McGregor, which I like. I thought my daughter was. I asked my daughter. I said, "Did you have these glasses in an old cabinet with old wood?" I thought the glasses smelled like old cabinet wood, but it was actually the Scotch. I wasn't used to that old wood aroma. So I got used to it, but Clan McGregor, that was the first. Hector Lopez says, I was about to buy Lismore single malt Scotch, but the liquor store selling it too expensive. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Because I paid, when I bought Lismore, I kept this list. I figured I'd forget. I bought it for, this was 2 years ago. I bought it for $18.99. $18.99. It's aged 6 years. I like it. Don't love it, but I like it. 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 Prefer the Finlagen, but I prefer Isla over Speyside. I prefer Isla Scotch whiskey over Speyside. But they're both good. I really like, Tom says, I really like trying some of the lower shelf Scotch whiskeys and bourbons. I always seem to find one that I really like that isn't too expensive. Well, this one isn't too expensive, but I doubt you'd like it. It makes you want to try, it makes me want to try all those low shelf oddball Scotch whiskeys that I see around, because I now I'm on a quest, like how bad could they be? Not how good could it be. I don't want to find out how good they could be. I want to find out how bad could it be. Could any Scotch whiskey I try beat this one in badness? I seriously doubt that. I cannot imagine how it could. But now when I was in Gibraltar, this camera just drives me crazy. When I was in Gibraltar, the United Kingdom territory of Gibraltar, it's kind of like being in a little part of England, except all the people speak Spanish. Oh, well. A lot of them speak English too. A lot of them are English, but a lot of the people that live there are Spanish. They speak Spanish, but I went into some restaurants. I couldn't even understand English. It was driving me nuts, But then you had these little English kids, like walking to school, just like stereotypical, But they had a Scotch whiskey in the liquor stores. Because I was looking around the liquor store. I didn't buy any liquor, bought a lot of beer, but I saw this Scotch. I can't remember what it was called, like Tiger or something. I don't know. 40% alcohol, aged 3 years, the minimum thing. But it was like $4.99. And I was tempted, I said, man, I could buy this for $4.99 and I could sip on it during this visit. But I didn't do it, I think that was like the cheapest one. I can't really remember the name, but it was something like that, like tiger or leopard or something. I got a kick out of that. Just a label, but I didn't get it. This has so much character compared to that. Any plans, says Hector, on doing Wednesday blended Scotch? Yes, I wrote it down. They wanted $30 for Lismore. Oh no, no, not when I paid $18.99 at Trader Joe's. I bought it at Trader Joe's, so I would never. Nope, sorry. Yeah, we got single malt Scotch in a few minutes. Then we have Bell's. Any Bell's beers next Wednesday. Any Bell's beers. Oberon, that super special Oberon that they have. Two-Hearted IPA, formerly known as Two-Hearted Ale. Double Two-Hearted, which I don't really see around anymore. I saw it for a little while. It was good. Too strong, but really well made. Oh, the last day of July 31st, we're planning to do blended Scotch. So single malt Scotch tonight. I might bring the Trader Joe's. Oh, that stuff is kind of like this Winn-Dixie. It's like you say, can't beat. Bell's and then blended Scotch. And then I have nothing written down for August. I don't know what we're going to, I guess the first Wednesday in August, it'll be Joker's Wild Wednesday. You can bring whatever you want. Beyond that, nobody ever gives me ideas. They'll complain like, oh, I can't find this beer. Why you don't come up with something better? I say, I never get any input. No one comes up with an idea except for Claude. Now, Claude did come up with the single malt and the blended Scotch, and that was his idea. I got to give him credit. But usually it's like nothing. I have to think of all the stuff. I have to be the house of ideas. Okay, so Joker's Wild Wednesday at 6:20 on August 7th. Fine. But then all the themes for the rest of the month, 14th, 21st, nothing. Got nothing. Maybe we'll do Pabst beers or any Molson Coors beer. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things off the cuff, Wayne says, cheers. Cheers to you, Isle of Fire. So does Hunter Piper's whip up on Winn-Dixie. It beats it so bad. It's not even funny. So get your Hunter Pipers, and I think you'll be happy. I know I am.